Caleb. Mm, mm, mm. People was like, yo, Shabazz, what you got against Caleb Williams, yo? You gotta get Caleb Williams, yo. Literally, the epitome of Caleb Williams and my distaste for his play style was evident when it was like third down and he thinking it's USC against grown men. They try to backpedal and do spin moves and kept going backwards and backwards, and then he got sacked for like a 20-yard loss. And I'm like, bruh, what are you doing, son? What are you doing? You only throw for 93 yards. Granted, the Titans defense is very underrated. Always been underrated for sure. Did you only throw for 93 yards?
Yeah, it was bad.
Only 93. You don't score a touchdown. Don't let the 24-17 fool y'all. Like, he did not score a touchdown. Got a very clutch 2-point conversion. But that's it. Now, are we going? Is that Titans? Will Levis is cooked. He's cooked. Like, if I'm the Titans, like if I'm, I think Brian Callahan or Bill Callahan, whatever his name is, I want to suck as much as possible. Pause, and then draft a quarterback next year. But they got pride. They got veterans all over, so they're probably like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. But Will Levis got to play better. They ran the ball well. They did everything well defensively, all that, but then like crumbled under pressure. But back to Caleb. Is this a blip? Is this like a bad first? Because CJ Stroud didn't have a good first game either last year, and then he turned it on.
He played the Ravens.
He played the Ravens, and he got, I think his first pass was a catch. It was bad, and he caught it himself. So like it was that bad. But is this a blip, or is it gonna be a concern? I'm not gonna, talk my shit. I'm gonna do a little whisper. They played the Texans Sunday night. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. So I'm excited to see it. But I want to know, Caleb, do you have that dog in you? Or what's the vibes? Like, come on. That's what I gotta say.
You said everything that needs to be said. I'm watching the game with Bears fans, and they're optimistic. They're hopeful. Oh my God, it's the first time. Week ones are usually, most teams are hopeful going into the season. That shows some type of improvement in going into the season. And what was funny is that me and Corbett didn't really talk much about the Bears until Sunday morning. And he's like, yo, this defense is going to be legit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not for the first half. First half, they were getting gashed. Tony Pollard looked like a brand new man in that Titans uniform. Him, Ty Spears, Will Levis. In the first half, it was a tale of two halves. The Titans were like running the ball and running efficient offense, and Caleb Williams took more time than he needed to get right. He didn't look good. That's, if you say he looks good, or if any pundit in the national audience says that Caleb Williams did a good job, they don't deserve the microphone anymore. He did a bad job. He got carried into a group project with an A. And literally, defense and special teams carry the Bears. They didn't score a touchdown, an offensive touchdown this week. They scored a block punt for a touchdown. Shout out to Simone Biles' husband, Jonathan Owens. And then pick six by not Jalen Johnson, Tariq Stevenson. And then a pick to seal the win. Great game, theatrical. Bears fans that I was with having heart attacks and like, bro, we suck again. And like, what the fuck is going on? And then when the defense shows up and the Montez Sweat's making plays on the defensive line, they'll win games strictly because of the defense. They'll win games strictly because of the defense. Shout out to the Steelers. We're going to talk about them next. Strictly because of the Steelers, they're going to keep them in games. You got to, real quick, before I know we're going to move on to the next game. You have to understand how hard it is to be a rookie. Like Cam Newton probably had the best week one game of all time, and he still lost.
Right? He threw a pick to end the game to Patrick Peterson.
Right. So it's like He had like 400 passing for his first 2 weeks, like 400 passing yards each, couple touchdowns, and put this team in positions to win. But he still lost, right? Both of those games. It's like, bro, like how much can you do? Justin Herbert arguably had like the best statistical season, but they didn't win a lot. So
Mhm.
it's hard to get the game fast. Caleb Williams has to get rid of those USC. Oh, I'm the best player on the field. I'm gonna make defenders look silly. He lost like 25 yards on that play because he thinks he's the best player on the field. And no, you're no longer the fastest, the strongest, the best player on the field. You are now and arguably probably, and when you step on the field, there's probably like 6, 7 guys better than you, faster than you, stronger than you. How are you going to be able to adjust? He did make some key throws, and these people receivers just dropped it. Keenan Allen dropped a touchdown. I was like, "Oh, Keenan Allen, what's going on?" DJ Moore tried to make plays. He got hurt a little bit. Roma Dunze sprained his MCL. So it's like stay healthy, stay consistent, and get better every week. You want to get in with a win, and you go to Chicago week 1, you get a win. Cool. Doesn't have to be pretty, just to win and survive. And shout out to them for winning for my Survivor League.